Ugh.
Do with the shirt. Do with the shirt. Let your thoughts out to yourself.
Oh. It was just very heady.
Good. You're honest. That's all I asked for. Is that stain really on the shirt?
Yeah, it's an actual stain, but not one that it's an old stain that I've had for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's an old stain that has a stained history that's not ever coming out, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for the process of the situation, that's in real life, but for the process of the situation, I just got the stain.
Yeah. Okay. Was it in the process of what you were doing, in what you created for yourself? Was this a stain that had just occurred?
Yes.
Okay. So would you have been willing to take a shirt that you didn't like that much and stain it for real out in the hall with grape juice right before you came in here to believe that it was? And why is that shirt important?
This is my audition shirt.
Is your audition shirt for what?
For an audition. This is kind of silly, but George C. Wolfe was gonna ask me to be in the Normal Heart, and I was like, yes. And I just wanted to interview me, and this is my lucky shirt. And
This is your lucky shirt.
I was gonna be really excited to go, and I didn't want to go without it.
Okay. Have you had an audition when you haven't worn? Do you have a lucky shirt?
I have lucky things.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a lucky shirt that you tend to wear at auditions?
Not a shirt.
That works.
But I have little things, but they're very little, a little stone that I carry in my back pocket.
Okay, what else?
Lucky stone. I like shoes that I wear, my lucky shoes. I have my brown boots that I wear to all my auditions.
Okay, all right, what else?
Those are my two major
Okay,
things.
and if you don't wear those, do bad things happen?
Yeah, I just don't feel comfortable.
You don't feel comfortable?
Yeah.
You don't feel like it. Okay, so how important is that to you?
That I have them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like naked, or I feel like unprepared.
Okay,
I feel
so
like
if Wolf did call you and did ask you to be in the normal heart, and you didn't have the stone and you didn't have the shoes, would you go to the audition?
yes, I would still go. That would be dumb.
You would go, of course it would.
Yeah.
Hear what I'm talking about? You hear what I'm saying? I mean, it really doesn't matter that much. On a scale of 1 to 10, you'd still go, right? Be interesting if it was something. Have you guys ever seen Goodfellas? The movie Goodfellas. You ever seen that movie? You remember the very end when the girl who takes all the cocaine and for him all the time won't go on the plane because she doesn't have her lucky hat? And that's how the FBI catches him at the end, because he has to go all the way back to her house to get her friggin' lucky hat. So she'll take the cocaine on the plane so he can make this deal while the helicopters of the FBI are rolling, you know, all right? That's how much that it needs to be for you, okay? And I believe people have stuff like that. So that's one thing, is that it wasn't that important. And you really didn't have a stain that you really felt you could possibly get out. You had so there's a lot of acting in there, which you didn't need, okay, all right? The email, what did that mean to you?
That was something that, like, when I wrote it last night, like, it was really, like, when I, like, put it all together, and I had a tough time with this anyway, but when I had it, like, and I've been rehearsing it, it was easy. Like, it was something that, like, hit me immediately, because it's something that's, like, I've dealt with before, but if it happens again, it's
Negligible.
it would end things.
Okay, did you practice the feelings? In
Yeah.
other words, did you try to go there again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, save that for now. Don't go there when you're alone and we're not there. Almost go there. Almost go all the way to the edge of whatever prefaces of emotions you want to feel, but don't let them out. Stoke them back down, because that's what we do in life. Is we get all the way, then we stoke it back, and we get all the way, and we stoke it back down, so that when finally something happens, we don't have any control over it, because we kept stuffing it, stuffing it, stuffing it. So first off, don't practice emotionally reacting to anything until just get yourself to the edge and stop it. Get yourself to the edge and stop it. That's what life's like, right? Yeah, we stuff down, okay? And so if you let that out while you're by yourself or in rehearsal, it might not mean anything here, and then you're trying to go for a result as opposed to the reaction of what's going on. You have to fool yourself into realizing that this is a performance, but you don't feel like you're performing and showing, okay? So just a couple great lessons here for yourself. And I also think you took one thing really to heart, which is, I need to see your face. Were you real aware of that while you were up there?
Yeah, I thought.
I want you to forget I ever told you that.
Yeah, well, I just, like, if I, because usually if I'm, like, doing it, it would be down here.
That's right.
Do it in.
Yeah, but did you feel really aware that you were pulling yourself up?
Yeah, 2 or 3 times.
Good. The
physically
second
pulled
you do
myself
stuff
up.
like that, you have to turn that off and go, I can't do that. Now, if I don't like it, and the director wants to reshoot it, that's fine, but your job is to make sure you're always authentic. And that you never give you any reason to start acting at all, okay? Which doesn't mean that you're not acting, because you are, okay? That's that weird fine line. But if you don't lie, if you don't fool the inside of you, don't you start acting? Yeah, okay. So, you had a really interesting idea with the shirt, okay? Stained, you're ramping that up a whole lot, but it really needed to be stained, so you really were trying to get something out, okay? And a recent stain you actually can, it's just how quickly you can, and then you gotta get it dry, then you have to iron it. I mean, you have all these things you have to do in this really short amount of time with this roll that you want, or whatever that is, okay? And then with the email, I know this is an odd thing. I'm not a big believer in practicing my tactics and please, and I know so many of you, and I started off with Stanislavski, but it's, don't think about what you're going to do when you get there. Just think about what happens before. You know, before that happens. Like before you got upset about what happened, that's where you go back.
What do you mean? I missed that.
Well, what was the email about?
Well, it's about my dad. It was an email from my mom saying I need to come home. My dad's in the hospital. My dad's been in the hospital numerous times before for a heart attack, and you don't live through 3 of them.
Yes.
So if this was, the email was that he was in the hospital and he needed to fly home. And
Okay.
it's something I can't do like right now, but like I need to be there by tomorrow morning, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
And when is this audition?
tonight.
Tonight. So you really could get there by tomorrow morning.
Well, yeah, but then it would be like, by tomorrow morning a 5 o'clock flight, and I'd have to pack, and I'd have to prepare and find a way to get the flight. Like, it's not easy just to fly, catch a red eye, and how do I get the money to get a red eye? Like, it's a lot.
Yeah. Maybe bumping that time up might have helped. Like you have to see him now, right now. Like you may have had to drop what you were doing. That was more important. Okay. But as far as